going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are finally back after a long time without streaming. Decided to give it a go again. I got extremely busy and just kind of gave up on it, but just wanted to jump back into things and see where things go. So without further ado, we're going to be jumping into the stream today in a custom Embraer 145, actually the Embraer 650 Legacy. This is a custom livery that I did with my call sign and obviously my name on the tail there. It's a pretty cool thing I figured out how to do in some of my downtime, and we're going to be jumping over from Memphis International Airport over to Little Rock Airport. So from Memphis, Tennessee to Little Rock, Arkansas, and we do have some BATSIM coverage today. We've got Memphis Center online, which should cover our entire flight from Memphis to Little Rock. It's not too long of a flight. We're looking at only 112 nautical miles, so I figured I would do something short to kind of get us going again and hopefully get streaming back the way we used to. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and jump into the cockpit and begin setting everything up. I just got to remember how to do everything, obviously. So first things first, we need to turn on the power here. So we'll go ahead and do that. And we got GP power available. Our bus ties are on. And I believe this is a lights out kind of thing. I'll just go ahead and start flipping everything on. We'll arm our emergency lights. Turn on our nav lights. Alright, and we're all powered up. So we'll go ahead and jump into the FMS here, get this initialized. Our call sign today is November 365 Juliet Delta, and our what they'll probably end up calling us is Embraer 365 Juliet Delta. And let me pull up SimBrief to see what exactly our dispatch information is. So we're going to be going up to 20,000 today, which is pretty low, but it is a extremely short haul flight, so that shouldn't be an issue. Alright, so we already got that. Departure, we're going out of Memphis. I think probably the best thing to do is we'll go ahead and switch over to Memphis Center and see if we can get our clearance first. That way we can make sure we punch in everything exactly how it needs to be. Hopefully we've been talking this whole time. Alright. I'm not sure if we've even been talking the whole time there, but we'll just continue to go on as if we were. So, like I said, we are going to be doing a flight from Memphis to Little Rock, Arkansas, Memphis, Tennessee to Little Rock, Arkansas in the Embraer Legacy 650. And I have a custom livery that I made for it. November 365 Juliet Delta. We got this thing powered up. And we're going to go ahead and see if we can get our clearance. So we know we're going to Little Rock. We're going to be that, get my scratch card ready. Memphis Saturn, good evening. November 365, Juliet Delta at Memphis, looking to pick up high power to Little Rock.
November 365, Juliet Delta Memphis, sir. Hello. I need to change your seat. Can you take the Elvis 4 departure and, let's see, the West 1 transition?
Yeah, that shouldn't be a problem for 5 Juliet Delta.
Sir, November 5 Juliet Delta, and you're ready to copy?
Ready to copy, 5 Juliet Delta.
Number 5 Juliet Delta, clear to the Little Rock Airport via Elvis 4 departure, West 1 transition, then asphalt. Correction, West 1, then direct, then asphalt. Maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 20010 after departure. Departure frequency with this frequency is squawk 1535.
Clear to Little Rock, Elvis 4, West 1, direct as filed, up to 5,000, then up to our cruise, and with you, 1535 for November 365 Juliet Delta.
November 5 Juliet Delta, reback tracks at your discretion, the Memphis altimeter 3010, and expect your runway 1 right for departure, call and ready to taxi.
3010, and can you say that departure runway again for me?
5 Juliet Delta, expect 1 right.
1A right, we'll call you for taxi, thanks. Alright, so as expected, that's why I always like to get my clearances before I go ahead and program anything in, because I want to know what runway I'm going to be getting, what departure I'm getting. That way we don't have to go in and redo the FMS setup or have any issues with anything. So it's best, in my opinion, to always get the clearance first, and then we can put in everything we need to after that. So he wants us Elvis 4, and we're doing West 1. So that should be on the next page. Bet 1, select, and we'll see. I think we're direct from there, honestly. We'll look at our flight plan. Yeah, we're direct. So that's pretty good. We don't need anything really else from there. Departure, our arrival is going to be to Little Rock. Arrival airport, Little Rock. And I'm not exactly familiar with that airport, so we're going to go ahead and get our charts all set up real quick. That way we can familiarize ourselves with both Memphis and Little Rock. Departure, we're doing the Elvis 4. We don't need anything else from here. Into Little Rock, there is no arrivals, so we'll look at the airport, kind of get an idea of what we're getting ourselves into here. We got quite a bit of runways, so I'm surprised that there is not an arrival. So I will check out the current METAR. Winds are 160 at 3, so with that, it would probably be best to go 1.8, especially with the FBO being right here. So with that said, we'll do an approach for 1.8. There is no ILS, but we can do the RNAV for 1.8. And that's subject to change, obviously, but if we need to change that, we can. So we'll select our runway as 1.8. Approach, RNAV 1.8. And let's take a look at that approach plate to see where we're coming from. And we'll move that over just so we can see. So our options are Little Rock. Obviously we're not going to come from down here. We're going to come from, excuse me, we're going to come from this direction over, so we don't want to do that. We're not going to go from Bibbs because Bibbs is over here, so Dumpy would probably be our best bet on that, so we'll select that. Obviously that might even just give us vectors in there, which is fine. We have no route because we're going direct.
our performance. I think we're going to stick with 7 passengers on board today. Get our trims up. Take a look at SimBrief to see what it's got for our fuel. 4.5, which that's good enough. We'll leave all that the same. Performance 2, cruise Mach speed.
That's going to be here, 45.6 for 330.
I'm going to turn off COM 1 real quick while we do this. We don't really care about what everybody else is doing. Our cruise is going to be 0.56. We're not going that high. 20,000, wind correction, top of climb, 318. Wind direction. It's 33 knots. So, based on our direction, we're going to have a slight headwind. This is estimating 25 minutes, 144 nautical miles. And we'll go ahead and execute that. If we put this on FMS, we're going to change to plan. We should be able to step through this. Let's see, that's perfect. That's really all there is to it. There's not much going on there. We're on FMS. Let's go ahead and get some of these panels lit up. And we'll get our APU started. So we're looking for 100% on that. We're 97, 98. We're good there. Turn on our windshield heat. Air conditionings are all auto. Fuel pumps are good. Switching over to that, we'll go ahead and remove this stuff, close our door. Turn on our APU bleed. Get our packs on. Turn on our hydraulic pumps. Get our passenger signs on. We'll turn on the logo light, because why not? And let's jump down into FMS again. Our radio, departures with him. Our squawk is 1535. Put that in there. And let's squawk mode. C on that. So we are good there. Set our flight directors.
Autopilot. Autopilot.
Altitude initially is going to be 5,000, so we'll go ahead and put that in there. And we don't need a pushback. Let's go ahead and turn our overlay on now. And we'll go for engine start. believe these are FADEC engines. We got a good start on engine number 2. We'll go ahead for engine number 1. Lights are armed. Sets into takeoff, and we should be good now. So at this point, I think we are ready for taxi. Got everything in the panel looking good. All this is good. We'll just take a look inside of the aircraft real quick. Looks beautiful. APU's off. Let's check our ADIS real quick.
The Muse runway 18 left and 18 right. Simultaneous departure of the Muse runway 18 right and 18 center. Operate mode C on taxiways and runways. Simultaneous approaches to parallel runways in use. Notices to airmen. Bird activity reported in the vicinity of the airport. Read Michael runway holster instructions. Read and wake turbulence separation standards in effect. All aircraft contact ground control for pushback onto taxiway November or taxiway Juliet. Advise on initial contact. You have information Bravo.
Alright, so we have Bravo. Let's just get the winds real quick.
Memphis International Airport ATIS information Bravo 2254 Zulu. Web 200 and 4. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 25,000. Temperature 16.
Alright, so we have information Bravo. We're expecting 180 right, so it should be a relatively easy taxi. We're at signature, so I'm expecting a taxi in November, Mike. And let's just make sure that our throttle controls are working. They are.
No takeoff. Flap. Brake.
Set our flaps down a notch. At the center, 5 Juliet Delta, we're at signature, ready taxi 180 right.
Juliet Delta, runway 1 right, taxi via November, Mike 9er.
November, Mike 9er, or 5 Juliet Delta?
67 back in 1 minute.
Alright, so now we'll go ahead and flip on our taxi lights, and we are going to taxi via, so we're facing this way, so we need to turn and go out over here.
Central Center Space. breaking up 377. Not step out for 5. 7-4, Roger. Let me know when you're back. Confirm. United 1046, you're leaving my airspace before where you saw flying radar service terminated for each other. Pretty good. Take on the 1046 today. Bye.
This plane will pretty much taxi under
Southwest 5279, runway 20 left, clear for landing, wind 1706.
Alright, so real quick, let's brief the departure. We're going West 1 this way, and we're going 18 right, so turbojets, climb heading 182, so we'll go ahead and put that in there. In preparation of that. Short here. Center 5 Juliet Delta is ready for departure.
Number 5 Juliet Delta, remain 1 right, clear for takeoff, wind 2004, flight remain heading.
Runway heading 18 right, clear for takeoff, 5 Juliet Delta, thanks. Alright, so there is our takeoff. Power. Rotation speed. Positive rate gear up.
Number 365 Juliet Delta, say altitude.
2,300, 5,000.
Juliet Delta, rear in conflict, climb maintaining 16,000, turn right, drag, west 1.
I turn direct west 1 and up to 16,000. Alright, there we go.
Memphis Center, Eurotrans 323 Heavy, you ready for taxi at 4 Whiskey? Eurotrans 323, runway 18, text should be, 18 text should be Alpha and Bravo.
Alpha Bravo to 18 Center, your transfer train.
Southwest 5279, welcome to Memphis. Taxi to the gate of discretion. Looking at.
Flying into the sunset.
UPS Cubs 7 maintain flight 129ers. Contact Atlanta Center 132.97.
Climbing up 16,000 through 14,000 right now. Doing, I think, 305 over the ground. Yep, 305 over the ground with 31 knot headwind coming from
Epicenter, your trans 323 heavy holding short 18 Center.
Eurotrans 323 heavy runway 18 Center, clear for takeoff with wing 12004 RNAV crew.
Alright, 18 Center clear for takeoff, your trans 323 heavy.
At 1750-60, living Mars space forward, self-flight, rear service terminated, free to.
We'll go ahead and jump our speed up just because we can. Get as close to those red barbels as possible. Gives a little bit more speed over the ground. Gives about 60 knots faster over the ground.
Departure flight 1031 flight in 310, today maintain 5,000.
This now, take a look at where we are. We're going direct to West 1. And based on this, we want to be at Alamo at about 2,700.
Airtime 323, check your scope, please. 1505, check your scope to be alert.
Sorry about that, should be squawking proper now.
Yep, and more Charlie, 323 altitude.
Your pass passing through 3,700 for Airtrans 323 Heavy.
Airtrans 323, radar contact, climb maintain 16,000.
Climb maintain 16,000, Airtrans 323.
November 50 Delta, climb maintain flight level 200.
Flight level 200 for 1 Delta, thanks.
American 700, Memphis Aaron, good evening, stroke 1534.
1534, American 700.
So it's going to drop us back down to 270, which is going to give us a pretty quick climb up to, we're doing 7,000 feet per minute at the moment. So understand your altimeter. And we'll jump that speed up on speed.
American 700, radar contact 30 miles southwest of the Little Rock, flight level 350.
American 700, thanks.
So at this point we're going to close this up because we're past the cusp of 1. So now the only thing we've got is our chart here.
Airtime 323, climb maintain flight level 320.
320, Airtrans 323.
First 774, Roger, welcome back.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Center 5 Delta with request.
5 Delta, second.
Just got a request for you. I'd like to do the RNAV for 1.8 in the Little Rock as published, if that's alright.
Roger, 5 Delta, copy that. You can't expect that.
Thanks. Alright, so now we're cruising along. Let's go ahead and set cruise again because I did change that.
November 50 Delta, do you want the RNAV 1A from the dump or you want the vectors?
From Dumpy.
November 50 Delta, Roger, naval clear direct Dumpy.
Direct Dumpy for 5 Delta.
50 Delta is going to maintain 10,000 and whatever I'm opting here to reach for sure.
Down to 10 and 0 to altimeter. 522.
Frontier Flight 1031, descend and maintain 3 knots.
So we already got our descent. Pretty quick flight into Little Rock. Just a short little hop from Memphis to Little Rock. We're just going to confirm that we are direct downbeat, which we are already. And we're approaching 18,000, so go ahead. That in.
American 4774, leaving our airspace before self-flying radar service terminated for change of purposes.
Alright, frequency approved for American we're going to work.
Here.
For our transition altitude now, so we got our altimeter set. I think we set this back to clock thrust for the descent. Not 100% sure. We left that autopilot running. If we take a look at this here, we got Dumpy there, and we got our RNAV coming up, so we're not too far off of that. Take a look at our performance. Our VREF is 121 for Fox 45, so that's what we're going to go with. And at we have to be
Number 3650 Delta, descend and maintain 5,000.
5,000 for 5 Delta. It'll be about 2,700. No procedure turns allowed. And with our best approach, we find 4,000 direct. It's there's our misapproach, and we should have that in the system as well.
Frontier Flight 1041, turn right to 040. Uh, 1031, yeah, we may reach a normal speed. You got a speed restrict by Atlanta? Definitely allows you to reach a normal speed.
Memphis Center, citation 5399, Juliet, flight level 340.
99 Juliet, Memphis, sir, measure. Frontier Flight 1031, 11 miles from Supax, turn right, heading 100, Senate, maintain 3,000 until establishing the final approach course. Cleared RNAV, runway 13 approach.
Actually, the airport is over here. This is something different. We're going to be going on this runway right here.
November 5, Kilo Delta Cross Dumpy, error above 2,700, cleared RNAV runway 18 approach.
Dumpy at or above 2,700, cleared on at 18, fire 5 to the Delta please. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and set that to 2,700 as expected. I am going to turn off auto throttle. We're going to throttle it back just so we can get down a little bit faster. Because auto throttle's trying to
Frontier Flight Temporary, it seems like you crossed the center line there. 1031, are you on the course or did you overshoot the center line there? Yeah, 1031, roger. Number 5399 surely at descent via the lanes to your arrival Memphis landing south. The altimeter is 3009er.
Okay, descend via the arrival Memphis landing south, altimeter 3009er, 982 live.
That's Jacksonville Air Force Base right there.
Frontier Flight 1031, runway 13, cleared wind 1604.
Alright, so 2,700 at Alamo. Rizal, 1900. Approaching 7,000 now.
Memphis Center, Frontier Flight 1310, how here?
1310, I got your 5. And Frontier Flight 1310, contact 11 Center 132.97.
297, fix, yeah, so you hear me now, 1310, fix.
5,500, so we have less than 3,000 to go. Little sunset out there. To go. And we're just going to go ahead and arm the approach now.
throttles in, but I'm going to go ahead and set the speed rep to 121. Looks like this is not wanting to fly in, so we are going to just manually do that. We'll set our missed approach altitude to 4,000. And we'll hand fly this in.
After flight 1031, welcome to Nashville. You can text me at your discretion, bye. Number 50 Delta Romeo 18 clear to land with 1603.
Runway 18 clear to land, popular Delta. Slightly high. We'll go flaps full. I'm going to adjust our trim to be able to compensate for our descent.
1,000.
1,000 feet checked. Slightly high. Starting to get the first rip happy.
And number 3399, Julie, what is your top up descent?
Starting the top of the descent now. We just passed the laser.
9 Julie.
500.
500 feet checked. There's our minimums. Runway in sight continuing. Approach altitude set. A little bit low.
100. 50. 10.
Memphis Center, your trans 23, request to step away for a few minutes.
323, Roger, let me know when you're back.
Alright, we'll report in back your trans 323.
First thrusters.
Zero Delta, welcome to the Rockset parking.
I'd like to go to the FPO for 5 Juliet Delta.
5 Juliet Delta, the one on the west side, right?
Correct.
5 Juliet Delta, Roger. Turn right enable, taxi rim via Alpha runway.
To the rim via Alpha for 5 Juliet Delta. Have a good night, thanks.
Fleet Air 5505 Memphis Center, good evening, Roger.
Alright, beautiful landing. We used pretty much the whole runway, kind of floated it down there. Not too bad. FPO's right here anyways, so
really wouldn't have made too much of a difference if we would have made Lima there. Go ahead and
Memphis Center, American 700.
get our AP started up.
American 700, I'm sorry, but
Yeah, we'd like to step away for about 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Okay, let me know you're back.
We'll call American 700 next.
Going right up here to this FBO. I'm going to turn this overlay off and then we're taxiing.
Memphis Center, FedEx 674 with you on flight level 340, direct type.
674, Memphis Center, good evening, Roger.
Doesn't look like the ramp exits are modeled here, so we're just going to follow the lines, even though it's cut through the grass, but that's alright. And we'll just make our own parking. Right outside of the FBO for our passengers on today's flight. Call it right here, so parking brake, turn off the taxi lights, turn off our strobes. And let's check out that replay.
Memphis Center, hello, American.
Alright, replay time. And flew the approach on that. Let's check out the flutter. Just holding it off. Absolutely beautiful. Leave it off the center line. Watch that. Captain. There's 1,000-foot markers. Pretty good ways down the runway before we touch down, but not a huge deal. If we take a look, that was actually about halfway down the runway. But we still got it stopped in time. Got touched down a little bit more the butter. No, it's been a while since we've done any streaming here, but I do appreciate you guys